Hello, my art-loving friends. This year will be the 6th year I have participated in Inktober, and I have 10 quick tips to share with you about how to make your Inktober successful, or whichever drawing challenge you're choosing to do this October. Now I know I'm posting this video a little late in September, but just do anything you can in this video to help yourself out and you'll have a better time with it. Tip number 1, start early and have a plan. This is very important. You need to start gathering reference photos that interest you right away. Oh, I like that one. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that one's so cute. Oh, that's the cutest. Don't want that one. Maybe. Okay. Part of my plan is to choose a theme each year because I do better when I have a theme. For example, for my very first Inktober, oh, you know, this says 2018. That means this will be my 7th year actually of doing Inktober. Little did I know. For my first Inktober, I chose the theme of motorcycles. So every single picture had to have a motorcycle in it to go along with that day's prompt. It was so much fun, and it made sketching a little bit easier because I knew I needed to have a motorcycle in the picture. I love that one. The next year, my theme was classic vehicles, so I drew all kinds of old cars and trucks and whatnot, and it was so much fun. This is the year I did not have a theme because Inktober ended up being kind of an afterthought that year. It was a busy year. So I did finish it, but all my drawings were just kind of random, whatever, this and that. And I had a little more of a challenging time finishing that one or being excited about finishing it. I did finish it. I just wasn't as excited about it each day. My theme in 2021 was creating this cute, unique character, this little kitty, and I did all the ink sketches for Inktober, and then I've gone back over the years here and tried to fill in some with color, and I'll actually be making a coloring book out of this little guy, which I will release actually the end of this month. Not September, October. So that was the theme for this year. That one was fun. My theme in 2022 was to just include one prompt a day in a big scene, so I just had to add to the scene every day. Unfortunately, my grandma died in the middle of this project on October 13th, and I still have yet to finish it. But guess what? I am going to finish it. My theme in 2023 was gnomes. You can see I haven't quite finished it either, although I do have a bunch of the sketches done, and I'll go back and ink them when I can. Another part of step 1, start early and have a plan, is to sketch little thumbnails every spare moment you can. So once you've decided on a theme, it doesn't even matter your materials yet, it doesn't matter which sketchbook or paper you're using, nothing like that yet. Just start sketching down some ideas. So that first Inktober, I started my little thumbnails in this book, and it's just a regular lined paper journal basically. So I made some ideas if I used the motorcycle theme here, and then I made some ideas if I didn't use the motorcycle theme, and you can see I started sketching out the motorcycle theme, and this was great because it helped me place things on the paper so I'd know where they were going to be placed when I moved to the bigger paper. And in 2019, I sketched some thumbnails on this paper in this sketchbook here, and that was also great because, again, it kind of gives you an idea of where things are going to be placed. You can see I didn't finish every thumbnail. I did ones that inspired me when I thought of them, and some are blank, and they were blank up until I did the final project, and that is fine. Tip number 2 is look at your whole month and schedule in time to work on this. This is actually going to be kind of a big deal. Even if you're saying to yourself, whatever I get done in 15 minutes, that will be my Inktober prompt for the day, it's still a big deal to eke out that 15 minutes of just you time to do your sketch. I am always traveling all over the place in October, which makes Inktober extra challenging, but somehow I almost always get it done. You can see I've had a few exceptions, but they're valid ones, and it is still a high priority in my mind to get these done. The biggest thing about looking at your whole calendar is you can schedule in when your vacations are, when your work days are, and exactly when you might have a chance to work on your sketches, so don't skip this step. Step number 3 is to do your pencil sketches ahead of time. You probably saw here in this little gnome book that I have pencil sketches here, and I did these mostly in September, and then in October, as I could work ahead, I did. So if I was done with like this sketch for the day, then I would go ahead and work on like this one if I had extra time, for example. So with your pencil sketches, you don't have to work in order or anything like that because they're just your pencil sketches. It's your final inking that you need to post on the day that that prompt is happening if you can, but don't worry about it if you can't. Just post when you can. Step number 4 is kind of the same as step number 3, is work ahead anytime you can. So that's kind of the same as doing your pencil sketches ahead of time. But if you also finish a pencil sketch and can go ahead and do the inking steps, then do it, because you'd never know what your future is going to hold. If you can't finish something one day, but you're 2 days ahead, you're still perfect for posting on the right day. And while that's not a requirement to post on the right day, it is certainly fun. Step number 5 is to keep your supplies with you at all times. That's starting the month of September. And if you sign up for the Inktober newsletter, which should be a tip here all in its own, you actually get the prompt list. I believe it's a week ahead of time or maybe a month ahead of time. I don't think it's quite a month ahead of time, but it's earlier than the public release, which gives you even more time to prep ahead of time. So this is actually more like a 2-month challenge, believe it or not, but it's kind of fun to get all excited in your prep month and then do Inktober in Inktober month, October. But keeping your supplies with you at all times is super important because you will need every spare moment to work on that. All right. That has to bake for 10 minutes. Oops, 10 minutes. So I am going to work on sketching Inktober prompts. I have company coming over and I finished preparing my house 10 minutes ahead of time, so I'm going to work on Inktober prompts. Well, as usual, I showed up to work 20 minutes early. Why do I do that? I don't know, but it's kind of cool because now I have time to sketch some Inktober prompts. There's road construction and there's going to be a 20-minute delay, but I'm not worried because I can sketch my Inktober prompts right here on the road. Yeah, I know I'm sitting in my driveway at home. Same difference. I'm out camping, listening to the sounds of nature. Things are quiet and I'm going to work on sketching my Inktober prompts. I'm at home waiting for my husband to get out of the bathroom. Hey, you going to be done anytime soon? So, might as well work on Inktober while I'm waiting. I'm in my studio during my scheduled time to work on Inktober, and I'm excited because I'm going to work on my prompts. All right, that was a fun little interlude, but step number 6, finish no matter what, even if it's years later. It's fine, and it feels good. Step number 7, be the minority, because it feels good sometimes to be the minority. Over 90% of people quit a challenge halfway through. I don't want you to be the 90%. I want you to be the 10%. Be the minority. Step number 8. It is okay to change what you're doing partway through the challenge. If you thought you wanted to just do pencil and ink the whole time, but you get partway through and you're like, I can't handle this, I need color in my life, then you go ahead and do that. You probably saw in this sketchbook, I had a couple of these with color in them because I was at that stage where I'm like, I have to have color or I will explode. Maybe implode. And that one is my favorite one. I just love it. So you can change your materials, you can change your sketchbook, you can change your whole plan and start the prompts at where you're at with the whole new plan. It's fine. It's good. All right. Step number 10 is post your results. Yes, I skipped step number 9 because it's my favorite and I'm holding you to the end for that one. But step number 10, post your results. Use the hashtag Inktober and Inktober 2024 on Instagram, YouTube, whatever social media platform you're on. And that way other people can find you and you guys can interact and have a good time. You guys, us guys, all of us. All right, step number 9, and my favorite step is to use supplies that you're excited about. This is so important. Now, I know the original idea of Inktober was to do your pencil sketches and practice your inking, which is fun because it gives me a chance to use all of my fountain pens and my dip pens and my fine liners that I almost never use during the rest of the year. So I enjoy that. But it's also fun to use supplies you're excited about, and that will help you get through the challenge. So customize the challenge for yourself. If you are a watercolorist and you cannot stand the thought of using ink or fine liners, then use watercolor for the prompts. It's so much fun to just change the prompts to fit your niche. You could use acrylics, you could use markers. Whatever your favorite medium is, use it. All right, I hope this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments below your favorite tips for Inktober so that we can all learn from each other in this community. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Hello, my art-loving friends. Technically, would probably need another part of that step 1. I'm out camping. Step number 6. I have a pencil in my hand. And that's my dad texting.